So hello everyone, someone told it takes 20% of effort to make 80% of goal, and the rest 20% takes 80% of your effort. So that means it's really easy to achieve the first 80% of your goal. So it goes with the photography as well. So in this series I will try to make videos so that you can learn 80% of photography very easily. And this is the first video, and in this video I will be talking about the basics of photography. So let's get started. So at first I will be talking about ISO. So what actually ISO is? ISO is very important topic in photography, and maybe some of you know about ISO and some of you don't know about ISO. Probably you are hearing this term, the ISO, for the first time in your life. So today I will be talking about ISO as well. I will describe. So ISO is basically the sensitivity of your camera sensor. That means it determines actually your camera sensor is how much sensitive towards the light is. If the ISO is higher, it will be more sensible towards light and it will catch more light from the environment. But if the ISO is lower, ISO number is lower, it will catch less light and the image will be a bit darker. You will find different ISO levels in cameras. It starts from 100, 200, 400, 800, 1600, 3200, and it really goes on. In some expensive cameras, you will find ISO is starting from 50. Those are really expensive cameras. Which are not that expensive, or budget cameras or in mid-range cameras, you will find the ISO is starting from 100. So if you take a picture in a lower ISO, that means the image will be darker. So that's why when you are taking picture in a dark condition or the lighting condition is quite poor, don't hesitate to increase ISO. But if you increase the ISO, your image will be a bit noisy. Just compare your camera with a microphone. If the sensitivity of your microphone is quite high, it will catch more noise from the surroundings. Same goes with camera sensors as well. If your ISO is quite high, that means your camera sensor is a bit more sensible towards light. That means it will catch more noise from the environment. That's why your picture will be noisy and grainy. To avoid this effect, try to use least ISO as possible. But if you need a higher ISO, don't hesitate to increase the ISO. So next topic I will be talking about is aperture. Aperture is one of the main topic as well, just like ISO. So what is aperture? Aperture is the size of the opening of your camera lens. The opening hole actually allows the light to pass through the lens, and it controls the amount of light will reach to the camera sensor. So you will see some blades inside the lens, and lens actually the least ISO is 1.8, so you can see how big the hole is. So aperture is determined by f-stop number. F-stop number is a bit confusing, but don't get confused, I will describe it. So higher the f-stop number, smaller the hole, that means less number of light will reach to the sensor. But lower the f-stop number, bigger the hole and more light will reach to the camera sensor. So if you need more light, decrease the f-stop number of your camera. As a result, more light will increase to the camera sensor and your image will be bright as well. And there is a relation between the depth of field and the aperture, or I should say f-stop number. Higher the f-stop number, smaller the hole and more depth of field we will get. So if you need more depth of field, you need to increase the f-stop number. But if you want a bokeh effect or you want less depth of field, then decrease the f-stop number. So if you want a nice bokeh effect in your picture, you need to use the least f-stop number, but you need to consider your sharpness of your photo. If you use the least aperture, then the photo will lose its sharpness. To get the perfect sharpness, increase your f-stop number a bit. Use the f-stop number of f5 or f6, it will get the perfect one. So whenever I take a photo of a person or portrait picture, I might want a nice bokeh. then actually I use the list aperture number, list f-stop number. It is f1.8 in my lens. Whenever I try to take a landscape photo or I'm taking a good picture, I increase the f-stop number. So the third topic I'll be talking about is the shutter speed. Shutter speed is very easy. Shutter speed is the duration of the opening of your shutter. That means when you click your shutter button, you take a picture, you hear a sound, right? A clicking sound. So this is basically the sound of opening of your shutter. So if you use a very fast shutter speed, the less amount of light will be reaching to the camera sensor. So that if the amount of light is quite low or quite dark, don't use faster shutter speed, use a slower shutter speed. So if it's a really sunny day and if you have enough light, so you can use a faster shutter speed. But if the light is not quite high, I mean it's quite dark or probably at night, don't use faster shutter speed. The faster the shutter speed, less amount of light will reach to the camera sensor. So it's better to use a slower shutter speed. So for example, you are trying to take a picture of Milky Way galaxy. In such case, you need to use the slowest shutter speed possible in your camera. But in case of a fast moving object you are taking picture, in that case you need to use a faster shutter speed, probably 1/500. 1/500 means shutter will be remain open for 500 of 1 second or 500 part of 1 second. So that's all from me. I will be describing each of this topic in detail in another video, and stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Please subscribe and destroy that red button. Thank you everyone.